Hello, darlings. You're welcome to Z-Star Africa, your home of sizzling drama recaps. Let's dive deep into the emotional twists, shocking secrets, confrontations, and revelations in Lost in Love upcoming episodes, a story that will literally keep you on the edge of your seats. From Savi and Neil's kiss being exposed to the entire family, to Savi losing every right she has to her kids, to the shocking moments that bring Neil and Savi together in marriage, to Neil taking a bullet for Savi, every moment is packed with suspense, heartbreak, and drama you won't want to miss. Please like and turn on your notifications for more of your favorites. It only gets more intense. Let's dive in. It all begins with Savi telling the family that Rithi was saved only because Neil helped her, and Srichand insists they must invite Neil's family to the Ganpati Puja as thanks. Although Bhagyashree objects, he convinces her. Neil, still injured, wants to investigate Rithi's kidnapping site on his own, but Srichand calls and invites him. When Neil refuses, Sai emotionally persuades him to attend by saying she'll stop talking to him if he doesn't come collect her handmade card. Neil and his family agree to go. At the temple, Sai gives Neil the card and introduces everyone. Savi arrives, surprised to see Neil's family. Although Bhushan makes a rude comment towards Savi, Neil encourages everyone to let go of past issues, and Lena agrees for Neil's sake. Sai innocently expresses her dream of a bigger, united family, but Bhagyashree and Tara shut her down. Rithi is reminded of Marty during the conversation. Srichand warmly welcomes Neil's family and proudly talks about the temple. He arranges the puja so Rithi performs first, then Savi. Internally, he smirks, believing he has set a trap and that no one will be able to protect Savi this time. Meanwhile, Vinod and other family members get ready to leave after having prasad. Suddenly, the lights go out. Srichand instructs Gaikwad to check the power. Just then, a video starts playing, showing Savi and Neil in a hotel room. Lena questions Neil's presence in Savi's room. Bhagyashree demands to know the source of the footage, and Tara reveals it's from Switzerland. Neil and Savi are shocked and wonder who is behind the video. Bhagyashree demands an explanation for why they stayed together. Srichand pleads to stop the video, but a clip of Neil and Savi kissing plays, stunning everyone. Neil suggests Marty, Rithi's kidnapper, might be responsible. They ask Srichand where the video is being played from. He says it's coming from the CCTV room and asks Gaikwad to stop it, but Gaikwad fails. Neil and Savi rush to the CCTV room to catch the culprit, but Tara blocks them, demanding answers. Lena defends Neil, suggesting the video might be manipulated. Bhagyashree asks Savi to swear on Sai and confirm if the video is real. Savi admits it is real but insists she can explain. Bhagyashree refuses to listen, saying she already understands. Bhagyashree accuses Savi of lying about her relationship with Neil and questions why she didn't know Neil was Pookie uncle. Savi defends herself, explaining Neil was injured and it was freezing, so she let him stay. Tara mocks and pushes her. Neil supports Savi, saying there's nothing wrong with a man and woman staying together. The mindset is the problem. Tara challenges him about the kiss. Neil says circumstances were different and asks them not to misjudge their character. Rithi interrupts, saying she saw their closeness, especially when Savi broke down after Neil was shot. Savi is shocked. Lena defends Neil, telling Bhagyashree to control her daughter-in-law. Bhagyashree retorts that Lena's son is chasing Savi. Guests gossip, suggesting Neil and Savi had an affair and may have killed their partners, not Rajat and Teju. Srichand secretly enjoys the chaos but defends Neil and Savi, reminding everyone Savi transferred only 2 years ago and didn't know Neil before. Bhagyashree asks if Savi moved for Neil. Neil loses his temper, threatening he'd have reacted violently if a man had accused them like this. He unplugs the video, ending the drama. Later, Neil lashes out at Bhagyashree for being unfair to Savi, despite Savi risking her life for Rithi. Bhagyashree says her suspicions are now confirmed and warns Savi to stay away from Sai and Kian. She orders Aniket to bring the car. Savi pleads not to be separated from the children. Neil tries to calm Bhagyashri, but Savi tells him to stay out of her family matters and blames him for everything. Bhagyashri firmly asks Srichand whether they are allowed to stay in his house. Srichand warmly replies that his house is theirs, and they're welcome to stay. Savi pleads with Bhagyashri for a chance to explain, but Bhagyashri leaves with Sai, Kian, Tara, Aniket, and Riddhi. Savi desperately begs her not to separate her from her children, but her pleas go unheard. Lena urges Neil not to follow Savi, and Savi tells him she can handle her own problems. Neil, frustrated, tells Lena to stay out of it. Lena questions why he's chasing after Savi when he once loved Teju. Neil responds that Savi represents his humanity, something Lena can't understand, and walks away. As Bhagyashri and the kids leave, Sai asks why Savi isn't coming with them and expresses her desire to go to Neil. Bhagyashri reminds her that when the elders are occupied, she must take care of Kian. Sai agrees. Meanwhile, Lena tells the family she won't let Neil go after Savi. Vinod advises her to let Neil do what he feels is right, warning that trying to stop him will only push him further away. Savi, running in distress, nearly stumbles over a rock, but Neil catches her just in time. When he asks if she's all right, she accuses him of tearing her family apart and demands he stay away. Neil insists he hasn't done anything wrong, but Savi, overwhelmed with emotion, tells him her children are all that matter and walks away. Neil silently resolves to help her, for Sai's sake. Later, Savi is stopped at the gate by Srichand's security. She tries calling him, but he ignores her. In private, Srichand tells Bhagyashri she should give Savi a chance, suspecting there's a misunderstanding. Bhagyashri reminds him that even he saw the viral video of Savi and Neil and questions how he can defend her. Srichand maintains he doesn't believe Savi could do such a thing and brings up the emotional toll it must have taken on Sai. Bhagyashri, deeply hurt, says she regrets coming to the city and asks Srichand to move her elsewhere. He suggests she go to the USA and offers to make the arrangements. Tara supports the idea and Bhagyashri agrees. Secretly, Srichand is pleased. Now that Savi is distanced from the talkers, he plans to destroy them. Heartbroken, Savi recalls her memories with Sai and Kian. Suddenly sensing an intruder, she turns to find Neil behind her. Before she can react, he knocks her unconscious with chloroform and takes her away. Meanwhile, Bhagyashri tries to console a sobbing Kian, who cries for his mother. Later, Savi wakes up in the trunk of Neil's car. Furious, she climbs out, slaps him, and demands to know why he abducted her. Neil explains that he brought her to see her kids. Savi says she didn't need his help and planned to meet them the next day. Neil reveals that won't be possible. Bhagyashri and the children are flying to the USA the next evening. Savi is left stunned. Savi questions how he knows. Neil explains that Aniket called him after failing to reach her. He urges Savi to meet her children and run away with them, but she insists on taking legal action instead, saying, "I still have 24 hours." Neil insists she at least see the kids and reveals a hidden entrance Aniket mentioned. They sneak into Srichand's mansion. Hearing familiar music, Savi deduces the kids are upstairs. She finds Kian asleep in Bhagyashri's lap and Sai beside them. Overwhelmed with emotion, Savi quietly approaches. Sai wakes and hugs her, innocently asking how she came from work. Savi reassures her that she'll return soon and fix everything. As Savi hides from Bhagyashri, her ring falls. Tara hears a sound and investigates, but Savi and Neil narrowly avoid being caught. Later, they discover a secret door in the study, leading to a hidden room. Inside, Savi spots a photo of her and Neil kissing, proof they've been watched. Searching further, she finds files exposing Srichand's role in money laundering. She realizes Rajat was blackmailed by one of Srichand's investor friends, and that both Rajat and Teju were unknowingly dragged into the racket. Savi reveals she was also coerced. Threats to Riddhi forced her involvement. Neil concludes that Marty is Srichand's man, responsible for leaking their video and breaking up her family. Savi is shaken, realizing Srichand is the true enemy. Meanwhile, Sai tells Bhagyashree that Savi visited and promised she wouldn't let them go to the USA. Sai shows her Savi's ring, proving the visit wasn't a dream. Neil suggests calling the police, but Savi warns they need a search warrant or Srichand will destroy the evidence. She sends the photos to Bhakti, instructing her to get a warrant secretly from the commissioner. Savi vows not to leave her family in Srichand's dangerous hands any longer. Savi tells Neil that she can't let her children stay in Srichand's house and calls him evil, adding that it will take time for the police to arrive. Meanwhile, Bhagyashree puts Sai to sleep and contacts her lawyer to ask about the custody case. The lawyer assures her they will win and advises her to leave for the USA with the children immediately. Bhagyashree agrees, unaware that Savi has overheard the conversation. Neil stops Savi from reacting impulsively and suggests contacting Bhakti to trace their location. Bhakti presents the evidence against Srichand to the commissioner, who agrees to take action. Nitin, witnessing this, warns Srichand over a call. However, Bhakti and the commissioner overhear him, and Nitin gets arrested on the spot. Bhagyashree informs Srichand about Savi's threat to stop their departure. Srichand agrees to leave immediately. When Bhagyashree tries to take Sai away, Savi intervenes, accusing Srichand of Rajat's death and revealing his money-laundering racket. Srichand defends himself, claiming innocence and asking the family to inspect the hidden room. However, the documents are missing, replaced with clothes. Savi insists on the truth and says she has proof on her phone until Tara smashes it. As tensions rise, Bhagyashree and Tara dismiss Savi's claims, choosing to believe Srichand. Savi pleads for more time to prove his crimes and begs Bhagyashree not to take her children away. Bhagyashree tries to force Savi out of the house, but Savi stands her ground, declaring she won't be separated from her children and refuses to let them be taken to the USA. Tara erupts, accusing Savi of being an unfit mother due to her alleged affair with Neil. Aniket attempts to defuse the situation, but Tara snaps at him. Neil steps in, challenging them to settle the matter legally in court. Srichand argues that Savi is suspended from her job and incapable of caring for the children, claiming Bhagyashree will win custody. Savi counters by reminding everyone of Srichand's role in her husband's death. Tara lashes back, asserting that only their family deserves custody. As tensions rise, Neil stuns everyone by walking Savi to the prayer altar and applying sindoor in her mong, declaring, "Savi is now my wife, Dr. Savi Pradhan. She is no longer alone. I earn well, and my family stands with her. Our relationship is no longer illegitimate." He firmly states that with his support, Savi will win custody, especially now that Srichand's criminal background is in the open. Just then, Sai appears with her bags and asks Savi if they're going to the USA. Savi assures her they're staying together. As they embrace, police sirens blare. The commissioner arrives with his team and orders Srichand's arrest for money laundering and kidnapping. In desperation, Srichand takes Sai hostage. Amid the panic, Bhagyashree pleads with him to let Sai go. Srichand finally confesses to kidnapping Riddhi and dragging Rajat into money laundering, but denies killing him. Bhagyashree is shattered as Srichand reveals his motive: vengeance for his father Mahendra Goel, who committed suicide after Bhagyashree's husband Rajendra testified against him for theft. The trauma left Srichand orphaned, fueling a vendetta against the Thakur family. He accuses Savi of always interfering and blames her for Sai's predicament. As he tries to escape with Sai, Neil intervenes, managing to free Sai. In the ensuing struggle, Srichand shoots Neil near the neck and Neil falls, hitting his head, leaving the family in horror. Terrified, Savi begs Neil to stay awake as he weakens from a gunshot wound. She vows to protect him just as the ambulance arrives. The police arrest Srichand, while Bhakti hands Kian to Savi despite Bhagyashree's protests. That's a wrap, fams. See you in the next. Much love.